This is Swiss and Chips, your British guide to Switzerland. Hi there, I'm Jo, and you're listening to Swiss and Chips.
And I'm Simon, and you're listening to Swiss of the Chips.
Yes, exactly. Today we're going to be talking about things that every Swiss has in their kitchen cupboard, and also what they're missing.
Ooh.
Now, we know about this because you're Swiss, I'm Swiss, and I'm also British.
Yes, exactly.
Being Swiss is a new thing, so I need to mention that every now and then.
Okay, yeah, like every time.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Right, but before we start, last time we talked about your first vote.
Yes.
So your Swiss voting, the first time going to hand in the ballot. And we also asked on our website to you out there listening, what do you think? Because we had a bit of an argument and we said, is it all right to ask someone directly if you, a person you don't know, what they're going to vote? And you said no. I said yes. And there, our listeners said 55% were your opinion.
Yes, damn right they were.
So I lost and
We
46
prevailed.
said no. 46 said, yeah, that's totally fine. 54 said, no, I don't think that's all right. So I'll be more careful in the future.
Aw, yes, I won.
But on the other hand, you can also be a bit more uncareful, careless, because at least 46% said, yeah, that's totally fine, no problem.
This is a borderline vote, you know.
Also,
So
I
I'm gonna
voted
tread
like
carefully.
15 times, so I think that might, no.
Well,
Just kidding. Anyway, so thanks a lot to everyone who voted, and it was really interesting and fun. And also, we got a great comment by AGB in CH.
yeah,
I guess.
code name, we're going to call him Bob.
Yes, Bob. Thanks, Bob. First of all, thanks, Bob, for listening. And
Yes.
thanks a lot for your comment on our website. I was extremely pleased to see it because he had a good point. He said in some cantons, expats can vote. And he also put the link to in which canton and a bit more about how to do it and stuff.
Yes,
so it's
extremely
very helpful.
informative comment. We like
Yes.
that. And it's true, isn't it? In
Yeah.
some places you can vote when you're not good.
And
not
he
Swiss,
posted
actually.
then afterwards also a link in English. So if you're interested, we put the link to that previous episode so you can see there in the comments what he wrote. Thanks
Nice.
again. And then we come already to our question, which is?
We wanted to know how you would like to keep in touch with us. You know,
Yes.
do you want to email us? Do you want to send up a smoke signal, pigeon mail, or
Yes.
perhaps more likely something like Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram? What's the
Yeah.
best way for you to keep in
Because
touch
we
with
got
us?
really into this, after last time. We saw, people voted and people commented, and it was extremely interesting and it's extremely helpful. And we thought also you want to hear more than just us, because clearly us is only one opinion from one Swiss and one Brit living in Bern. And
One Swiss Brit. Correct.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Anyway, so that would be great. And we thought we put a poll on our website again.
Mhm.
We put a few options. You will have the possibility to add an option, or if not, then just add it in the comment. How do you want to keep this group a bit, connect a little bit together? Maybe a WhatsApp group or whatever else interesting there is around.
Yeah, so let us know.
Right. But now to our topic of the day.
Yes, to the main business. In front of me, I have 2 items.
Ooh, hey, sound effect.
Yes.
Cool.
Because today we're talking about things that every Swiss should have in their cupboard. And do you know what?
Or does or not?
Should. I'm saying should, Simon, because problem here, we've got a list of items, but not all of them are in our kitchen cupboard. Shall we start from the top?
Yes, go ahead.
Challenge
me.
Number one thing that every Swiss should have in their cupboard is this. Aromat.
Aromat. Well,
Tell us, what is this stuff?
It's very, it's very controversial.
Oh, yeah.
So you must have it or you must not have it.
Ooh, blimey, I didn't know it was going to be going to be like that today.
I think we mentioned it a few times before. It's a seasoning thing. It's a mixture.
Yes.
It's in a yellow canny thing.
Yep.
And it tastes just wonderful. But it has lots of how do you say?
E-numbers.
Yes, E-numbers, which could affect.
They're not necessarily good for you, let's put it like that.
Yes, but it's not also necessarily bad. Is it proven that it's bad? Well,
yeah, I think E-numbers generally aren't that great for you.
All right. Anyway,
let's be honest.
Yeah, don't eat it by the kilo. That's hence the controversy. Controversy, yes. So some say, well, it's very unhealthy and don't use it at all, and it tastes terrible anyway. Others just love it, like me. You could eat
it by the kilo.
I could,
It's pretty salty as well, isn't it?
It's salty, and I think it's most often used on boiled eggs. Hard-boiled eggs.
Right.
That's the thing to eat it. On Easter, on hard-boiled eggs. Also at Easter, you find it in restaurants if you find hard-boiled eggs already on the table with the tiny can. Is it a can? A shaky thing.
It's not a can, it's like
a tiny shaky, seasoning thing.
Seasoning dispenser.
Yes, that's the professional expression. Yeah, you find this in a tiny version on the table and you can eat it straight away, and that's a very traditional thing.
True. You know what? This is how Swiss I've become.
Oh?
I would find it difficult to eat a hard-boiled egg without aromat.
OMG.
But saying that, I never really used to eat hard-boiled eggs, so I guess it all just came together.
There you go.
Okay.
You didn't know what you're missing out.
So next item that every Swiss should have in their kitchen is this one. Cressy Kräuter.
Cressy. Well,
Explain.
I think you say that every Swiss should have it. I'm not sure if that's true.
Swiss people have told me, Joe, you've got to have this in your kitchen cupboard.
Okay, if you say so. I would agree.
And it is.
It is.
Explain what it is.
Yes, it's vinegar. It's just very nice, very...
it's got like a special kind of herbs. Herby vinegar.
Herby vinegar thing. It's extremely recommendable. I would highly recommend it.
I don't love this, I have to say. It goes on salads.
You know this passport returning box?
No. They can only take my passport away if I become a terrorist or something. And
there you go. You're borderline with this expression.
Okay, so the Cressy vinegar. Next item is a packet of fondue.
Well, this is interesting. I think every Swiss household has got a fondue pot.
Right. Which is called a...
Gaclo.
Oui. Yes.
So you find that everywhere. It's not always you find different variations, because not always you can use the same for cheese and for fondue chinoise, for example, with oil or with bouillon.
Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of metallic pot, isn't it?
Often, yeah. So, but the classic one with cheese you would find in every household. The packet, I thought, yes, but I met some Swiss and they told me they don't have that.
You met some new Swiss, maybe you should say. You meet a lot of Swiss in your day-to-day life.
Not newly Swiss.
No.
I had at a get together, and it was a controversial discussion because I said, yeah, it's a must-have, and some said, no, I never have that, but others agreed with me. So it seems to be the aromat situation.
Ooh.
I think you need to have a packet of fresh, already made fondue thing. Yes, long life fondue thing. So you can just open it, whack it on your spaghetti and just eat it,
I say stove, you say spaghetti.
Also, we had a tiny discussion about, is it really okay to have a microwave fondue? Which I totally said 100% yes, but some said, oh no, you have to have the moitié, specially made from the cheese shop, basically made from the cow straight away.
Yeah. Hand nobbled and grated and garlic wiped around and fine mixtures of wine.
And then you have people like me who said, well, if it's vaguely looking like fondue, no problem, you just eat it. There you go.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, this is not so straightforward as it seemed. Fondue, I must say, before I knew you, I didn't know you could have long life fondue in a packet that lived in the cupboard. But now that I do know it, I think that's fantastic. Because a few weeks ago, didn't we say, hey, it's fondue time?
Yeah.
And you said, no problem, Joe.
It's
I've got one in the
always
cupboard.
fondue time.
And then we had a fondue, just
There
like
you
that.
go, just
so
like that.
You can't argue with that.
Bob's your uncle and
Fanny's your aunt.
there you go.
Okay, so a fondue pot and a fondue packet,
Yes.
perhaps going together. Slightly related is the raclette grill.
Yes, there's nothing to add. Raclette grill needs every household. Well, there is one thing to add. It wouldn't be me if I wouldn't have to say something
go
about
on, then.
everything. If you have people coming over, it's a great thing to have because the cheese you buy is not super expensive compared to if you make a big menu thing with lots of different variation of meat and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So here the cheese is not that expensive and you can have stuff on top because there's always a grill on top.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have some veggies and stuff that go on top. And the good thing is not the price mainly. It's a side effect.
Yes.
It's a happy side effect.
Uh-huh.
Isn't there a nicer expression? Like, that's a funny, great
No,
thing.
sorry.
Okay.
Can't think of one on the
a happy
spot.
coincidence.
Ah, yes, well done. Yep.
There you go. But the main reason is you don't have to prepare it.
I think we're getting more of an insight into the mind of Simons Reed rather than your average
No,
Swiss
it's also a happy side effect. Let's call it like that. It's what is nice. The third thing that is nice about
the
is
raclette
that
grill. Yep.
yeah.
In case anyone was losing the thread here. Mm-hmm.
Yes, you put everything on the table, cheese, stuff that goes on top, and then you sit on the table and you cook while you talk.
Yeah.
So you have a long time of eating and chipper-chappering, and the process of making food is part of the fun.
Yeah, that's extremely sociable.
Cool.
And you know what else you can have on your raclette? Aromat.
Aromat. Also, you can make pizza in it, but that goes maybe too far.
Yeah, whoa. That's for an episode in the future. Advanced Swiss kitchen cupboard.
All the food you can make with the raclette oven.
Okay, good. So a raclette grill must have.
Yes, and not raclette oven. No.
You called it a raclette grill, and I'm going with that because, my Swissness is new.
It's a raclette öffeli. So a small raclette stove.
Yeah, I think grill is the right word.
Okay.
Good.
Let's move on.
Yeah, to something much more simple and completely uncontroversial. This is an absolute must-have. It's the last item on our list, and it is chocolate.
Yes.
That's a must-have in the cupboard.
Absolutely zero to add.
I would like to add on this note.
No, please don't say it.
I would like to add mint chocolate is needed.
It's just awful.
Because people need to learn to love that if they don't already. Refreshing and yummy.
Yeah, like toothpaste and chocolate.
Okay.
There was this, I remember as a child, there was this ad on television about, what's this thing called, this thin chocolate with mint in it?
After 8.
Oh, yeah.
They're not the best
mint chocolate. There was the
chocolate.
Queen eating
Just
after
saying.
8. And I think every Swiss thought, that's how the British are. James, give me another after 8.
Does she say that?
I don't know. It's 30 years ago. I mean, 12.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Good. So
moving on.
We also thought that there are some things missing in the average Swiss cupboard. And we've done a lot of research on this issue.
Have we now?
We have, because we have them all in our kitchen now.
Mean...
we didn't at the beginning, but I brought them here.
True.
So point 1, toaster.
I have to say, this is our kitchen, my way of life, and people I know. But that doesn't mean that none of the Swiss have it.
I'm just going to say, when I go to other people's houses, I don't see a toaster there.
It's just the kitchens are too small. I think that's the main reason.
But we've got room for a 4-slot toaster in ours.
Yes, but have we? Have we?
Yeah, we don't, but it's a must-have. So you make space, don't you?
Well,
the raclette grill lives in the basement and the toaster is up there next to the hob.
Yeah, but is that, yeah.
Yeah. Toaster's an essential in a British household, I would say. And not having a toaster is just like, how are you going to make your toast every day?
Yeah, the thing is, we don't eat toast that often. We prefer
that's the problem.
Fresh bread.
That's the problem.
Nice bread. Not,
Wow, this needs a different episode.
Bread, okay.
Let's just say a toaster is great.
Toaster, not very often. Not always, yes.
Yeah, toaster is missing.
Second point. Not on top of the priority list, I'd say.
True. Okay, the next thing that you often don't find in a Swiss kitchen is a kettle.
Now, I'm not sure if we talked about that the other day, the last episode, when now our Bundesrat, which is the...
Federal Councillor.
Yes. they recommended to add one to the kitchen
Yes,
because
well
of
done.
the energy crisis.
They sure did. Good move.
Yes, they said it's more energy efficient and said, please get one.
Yeah.
Obviously, not many people have one. And I also never had one.
And
Because,
can you imagine this discussion in the UK? Because do you know what happens?
Yeah.
When things like the World Cup final are on, or a really important episode of a British soap, for example, there's a surge in electricity at the half-time point because people go and turn on the kettle.
man.
It's a thing. Also, it's useful for boiling water, as our lovely federal councillor said.
Well, it is
Useful.
only useful for boiling water.
I mean, for making things like
Or
pasta or whatever.
Are you making
Not just a
fondue
cup of
in
tea.
it and
Not just a
stuff?
cup of tea.
Okay. There you
But
go.
that's a good
So
idea.
that's not very often. It's not top of the priority list.
Yeah,
I will
because
mention.
people aren't drinking
Just
tea.
get ready. I will use that phrase a third time.
Okay, good. Here we go. And here's your opportunity. It is the microwave. The humble
Absolutely
microwave.
not top of the priority list. Yeah, I think it's become more and more trend, but to buy one. But
Is trend the right word for the microwave? I mean, I don't know what year they came out, but I'm guessing it was before I was born.
Well,
you know what's
all
on
right.
trend in coming in the autumn winter trend for 2022, 23? Microwaves.
Right. Anyway.
Also useful for energy saving. You can cook bucket loads of stuff in there. Jacket
All
potatoes,
right.
fondues,
Yes.
cups of tea when they go
us.
cold.
Yeah.
So microwave, there you go. You're missing those things if you haven't got them.
Yeah.
Go out and buy
Also,
one, you'll love them.
microwave, not top of the priority list. I don't think many people have one, but it's not, the first thing you buy. And I think the main reason is the space in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's the
We
pain in the
have
butt trying to find
now
space for it,
all
isn't
these things in our kitchen, and it's hard to climb over everything.
it? Yeah, there's no space when we need our fondue pot out. It's like, well, I'm just going to stand here and hold it.
There you go. You can't have everything. True.
True.
It's time for learning Swiss with Swiss and chips. There you go. Here, the Swiss word. Joe was extremely disappointed that today the Swiss word
Yeah.
is not
Kuchikästli.
Kuchikästli.
Yeah, that one.
Because I think we mentioned
We've
that
talked
before.
about it, but it's the
Right.
classic.
I don't say anything. Let's move on to the Swiss word, Knusti.
Ooh,
We've got a big problem here.
Knusti.
If you don't know what it is, we are in trouble.
This isn't fair.
And with me means me. So you don't know.
Knusti, I don't know what that means.
Okay. Knusti means I'm making a sign language.
You're squashing something with your hands.
Yes.
Is it what you do with Play-Doh?
Yes.
You squash it.
Yes. But this is an adjective for a person. So you are a Knusti and you do something like you would do it with Play-Doh. So,
Does it mean that I can influence you easily?
no.
You're malleable.
Absolutely not. It's really when someone does something.
Massage.
Absolutely not. Oh,
Right, come on, give me a clue. Animal,
yes.
vegetable, mineral.
All right. So
It's an adjective.
you have got the thing in your head,
Play-Doh?
moving, how you do the Play-Doh. So if someone does something like you want to, for example, you want to put a shoelace in your shoe. And then you're doing it like, it's
so difficult.
Yes,
You can't put the
then
shoelace in.
And then you do it as if you would have, how are these gloves called without
Mittens.
How if you would have mittens on?
Yeah.
Then you can tell to that person, du bist so eine Knusti. You're such a.
Are you saying that you're a knusti?
No.
I thought that's what you said at the beginning. I'm a knusti.
No. So,
Someone who makes things more complicated than it needs to
No. It's only when you actually do something, not when you talk about something. So if someone is doing this shoelaces thing, or if someone is you fiddling but is like with,
And you're like, get out the way, let me do it.
no, that person who does it is a knusti.
Yeah, you say, get out the way, you knusti, let me do that.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh, you know what?
That's quite terrible.
I'm going to say I don't think there is a word for that. You would just call them, you idiot or something.
There you go. It's a simple translation. Let's make it like this.
Yeah.
We try to find a translation till to the next episode. If you who are listening know
Are a
one,
knusti.
please please help us.
Yeah, please.
Come to our website and write in the comment what is your English translation or even only explanation for a Knusti. Also, if you're Swiss, just please explain it somehow.
Nice.
That would be fantastic.
Thank you.
And with that,
Thanks for listening.
thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.